back to my channel, Cosmic Mystical Goddess. Back with another video for you guys. I told you I'm going to try to upload as often as I can. Today I'm going to do a road opener spell / type of uncrossing at the same time. Trying to like use one product to do many things, okay? One tool. So right here we have an orange candle. I have a red one here, and that's for another video that I like to upload. I'm crossing my fingers that I can do it today. But I just want to show you guys this really quick because this is another way you can add herbs to your candle, okay? So that being said, we're getting right into it. You know me, I don't like waste time. I like to like get things going. So here we have, I have incense burning already, a little bit off the camera and in front of the camera. So here I have break evil, because we want to break the evil that's surrounding you, right? Surrounding your path. You know, the things that you want to do, the things that are unseen that you don't know, known and unknown, okay? So I'm using the break evil incense. I'm also using open ways, right? Abre, abrindo caminos. I don't know in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I wish I did. But it's a road opener, okay? And I actually here have also burning unlock, okay? The keys to unlock success. All right, so that being said, I also have my cigar, as you all know. Sometimes I do it on camera, sometimes I do it off camera for the videos that I do have up. So I like to invoke my ancestors and my spirit team that I work with to help me with whatever I'm doing, okay? So I usually just take a few puffs. Just to bless the work that I'm doing, okay? Also, earlier I put on some cascarilla on my hands. I don't think I brought it out with me, but usually I put like cascarilla. It's like a white form powder. It's great for protection and stuff, and I like to put it on my hands before I do any kind of work. If you don't have that, like I said, you can use Florida water, okay? To cleanse yourself before you do. And anytime you're gonna do any kind of work, it's best that you get in that frame of mind, okay? That, you know, state of mind where you're like, you know, trying to, you know what you want to invoke and what you want to do. So raise your vibration a little bit before you start doing any type of work. If you're not in the frame of mind, don't do it, okay? Because it'll probably be a flop more than likely. That being said, I hope you guys can hear my voice. It's a little bit raspy today. Anywho, so I cleansed my candle, and orange is great for road opening. You can find this variation many different ways. You can find it with orange, green, and red. You can find red, you can find red on its own. You can also utilize a white candle if you don't have orange, okay? White is your go-to if you don't have any of the colors, okay? Also, you can, you'll see it with all the colors, like all the chakra color candles. You can use that too for a road opener, so it hits all areas. This one is just general, and it's just, for me, I like the orange because it symbolizes success. So, you know, if that's your goal in life, to be successful, which is mostly everybody in all areas of your life, then just go with the orange, right? So that being said, I have a red pen, well, marker, Sharpie, and I write usually my petition on my candles. So I don't like to dress my candles on the outside too much with oil because it just makes it harder to write. A lot of the time it just dissipates. So I like to write what I need to do. So if I'm going to load this candle, I would normally boil it, okay? And then once it's like all liquid form, then I would add my herbs to the candle. Now, that's just one way of doing it. I will do that for this one, so I'll demonstrate it for you guys most likely. And so, but for today, I'm going to just crush the herbs in here, on my mortar and pestle, and then just add it to the top, okay? And surrounding my plate. So I also have on my plate 3 keys, skeleton keys, that look like so. I took them off of one of my altars with Elegua. You don't have to work with any special Orisha or deity to use the keys or use keys in your road opening. Like I just do because I know they're charged. So etc. Actually, on my platter here, I have a bit of my own here. So I just pulled a little bit and then I snipped it up into little fine pieces, which you really can't see, but I'm sure you guys have the idea of how, you know, your hair would look if you chop it up a little bit. Just a couple of strands, you don't need much, okay? And I will sprinkle that on my candle to infuse my energy also into it, okay? Because I'm just doing this as an example for myself. So like how I would do it for myself, and this is how you probably should most likely do it for yourself as well. But you don't have to. This is just my way of doing my magic, okay? That being said, I also have sage, okay? Sage is great for clearing, okay? So I will surround my candle and infuse it with some of the sage. I also have lime leaves, okay? Dried lime leaves. And they smell so citrusy, really, really good. And that's great for removing obstacles, clearing your path, right? So we're really like getting down to clearing out because we want to open up doors, right? So here I also have dragon's blood, and dragon's blood is good also for protection, clearing. Like it's a go-to for everything you would like to like incorporate in your magic and you want to add that extra oomph to it. Dragon's blood is really good, okay? But if you don't have dragon's blood, you can use salt as well. I also have coffee, instant coffee. Some people like to use coffee beans and then they crush it and all that. It's really up to you. So whatever you have on hand, use it. I just like the fact that it says instant coffee. It's actually in French on that side, but this side says instant coffee. And from that, I want instant results, right? Because coffee is an activator. It makes things go faster, okay? I also have here road opener herb, which is abre camino, the plant, and it's purple, the one that I have. So it's green normally when you would purchase it, but where I buy it from, they have it dyed in purple, okay? And purple, it represents power, okay? Standing in your power, commanding, okay? So it's a domination color. So we're dominating our roads, right? We really want to dominate the roads. So I also have here my own road opener oil, but you can purchase road opener oil from any botanica. And like I said, like I'm just trying to get through what I have and what I'm going to use, and then I'll put it in the description box so you guys can take your time to go through it and see what you have and what you need to purchase or what you need to substitute, okay? I also have here white pepper. White pepper is like really amazing for blockbusting, okay? So if you have any obstacles in your road and that you don't know of, but you just seem like you're stuck at a crossroads and things are not going right for you, white pepper, okay? I cannot insist this enough. Stress it even more so. And then I have my infusion of my uncrossing powder, okay? I have like, I don't know, maybe 27 to 30 herbs in here. I'll just on the top of my head. But you don't need to have as much, but that's just because I'm extra. So just that being said, oh, one more thing. I have here, this is the good stuff, locusts, okay? Locust is, you know, it's mentioned in the Bible a few times. I think it's mentioned in Mark and it's mentioned in Luke, okay? And this is also known as Saint John the Baptist bread. So this is what he survived off of in the desert, you know, when he was baptizing all the sinners before Jesus came along the path, okay? So locust is not the actual, you know, insect, but it's an actual, it comes from a tree and it's called the cyprus carob. And the carob is a derivative of carrot because this is considered black gold. They actually make syrup out of this. And you can, and it's great for wealth as well. Really, really great for wealth. And you can carry it on you as well, okay? So there's many other variation uses that you can use, and I will get into that in another video. But for today, we're just sticking to the road opener and why we're using the locust, okay? And actually inside of the locust, there is these, in the pod itself, has the seeds. I don't know if I can show you some of the seeds. Well, maybe. They look like grains of paradise or something. I don't know if the camera can get it. Okay, there's just little brown seeds. I'll just put them here. Okay. And it smells so good. And it's also a substitute for chocolate, if you didn't know. And then also I have siete machos, okay? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly. But this is great for reversing stuff. You know, changing your look, switching things up, bringing you prosperity and all that good stuff. So you would just rub a little bit on your hands, especially if you work with a legua, he likes, or eshu, they love this. They love this stuff. Okay, so you would just go upwards like so. And then I go around the top. Just to like give it that extra energy. All right, so now my mortar and pestle, I'm gonna get grinding my stuff. So I'm gonna incorporate my sage, just a little bit of sage here. I like to crush it with my fingers because it's kind of hard to like break it up, especially the stems are really like hard. So I try to get as much as possible. And you don't want to put too much herbs on the top of your candle because it will make it cause some soot in the blackness. And then you're like, oh my God, I think somebody's doing something to me. No, you just have too much herbs and oil. So don't overdress your candle. Some people think, oh, the more I have, the better it is. No, it's not. Sometimes less is more, okay? I'll take just one of the leaves. I'll crush it out in here. And normally you'd be like, you know, setting your intention, you know, clear my way, clear my path. You don't have to voice it out loud. You can, you know, speak internally as well. All right, now we're gonna add some of the white pepper. Oh, this stuff is bomb.com. You know, this is to break all the hindrance things that are in my way. I destroy them, and I go counterclockwise, okay? Because I'm taking it away. If I was bringing it to me, I would steer it clockwise, but I'm going counterclockwise. All right. That looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see. And add a little bit of my dragon's blood. And if you have saltpeter, you can add saltpeter as well. Saltpeter is great for activating and speeding things up, or Vesta powder. So the abre camino, it does not like break well, okay? It doesn't like, so I have to just use my hand and crush up a little bit afterwards. So I just state, like, uncross my path, remove obstacles known and unknown in all directions of time. Fairly simple, right, guys? You don't have to say a lot. Then I add my here to my mixture. That way, I get it all in there. And then it's just easier to mix in at the top. And now I have a skewer here. I like to use wood because it's the element of the earth. So I will just press down my holes in my candle. I'm putting 9, okay, guys? 9 for completion. I want my roads open, okay? I don't know if I can use this end, if it will make it bigger. Just a bit. I like to try to get as deep down as possible. See, if it was melted, it's a lot easier because then you just, you know, add all the herbs in the candle. So I want it to be embedded inside, not just at the top. I didn't want to do this off camera to like speed up the process, but then I'm like, you know what? Some people need like step by step. So you know what? This is for you guys, okay? I can't promise every video I will do it as such, but for this one, I feel called to do it this way. And while you're doing it, you can be stating your petition too, right? Like across all areas, this will be completion of all forms of doors closed will now be open to me. My path is smoother. You know, and then you would write on your candle here, like I would too, just road opener or road open. And then I put my name. And why I'm putting my name, and I do everything in the back, because if you have guests over, most people will not see the back of your candle. They'll only see the front. So it's not that, you know, visible. And usually you like to keep these things away from like any guests that you're having. Now most people don't because of all the restrictions, so it's kind of good to do your work. But if you do have a lot of people in your house and you don't want them to know, you can also write your petition down on a piece of paper, burn it, and then add it to your candle. Or you can put it underneath your candle, okay? You can use parchment paper or you can use brown paper. And you can also use a seal. That's another option. That is geared to opening roads, okay? So, but I'll just stick with the petition. Works just as fine. My honey's over here. Okay. So my locust seeds, where are they? I just have 2. I'm gonna try and add a few more from that pod that I already broke. Maybe I have to put another one. And once you open up your pod, like not the one that's open, but you can utilize it and grind it into a powder. Like, don't waste your product, guys. Make it stretch as much as possible. Okay, I have 3 in there. They say there's sometimes up to 15 in a pod, but this one's like really small, so I don't think I'm gonna get that much out of it. All right, so I'm gonna crush it as much as I can. These are really hard, so you would have to most likely soak it, okay? You would have to soak the seeds. So now I'm just gonna add it to the top. Counterclockwise, because we are breaking it up. You don't need too much. And then the remainder of what you have, you can just leave it, just place it around your candle, okay? It's still burning, it's out. All right. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to it again. Some uncrossing powder again. All right, so now we're gonna just add some of the road opener oil. Just enough to like saturate it, but not to like soak it. I just put a little bit on the wick, not much. And I'm just heating up my hand, getting really nice and warm and hot and steamy for this work, okay? And then I just say my prayer, I breathe life force energy into my candle. Okay, so I'm not gonna stay on that too much. So I'm gonna put the rest of the locust, because this is what kept him alive. He ate this and survived in the desert. So if you know this biblical story, then you understand. If you don't, you can just Google it and you'll get more in-depth information and insight on it, okay? And on your platter here, like the one I have, if you have a plate, you can use a white plate, it's fine. I just get these from the dollar store because I go through so much of them, and a lot of times I don't keep it, so I just rather, there we go, there's some more seeds. So on your plate, you can write to what you want. Road opener. And red is, you know, speed. Okay, open roads to success. uncross path. Open doors. Okay. I'm just gonna put road opener here again. Because words carry vibration, right? So now I'm going to place some of the sage on top of what I'm requesting. Especially near the base of the candle. Okay. The lime leaves, the remainder of it, to clear away all obstacles in the way, known and unknown to me. White pepper, blockbuster. I'm going reversal because I really want to bust up some stuff. And now for the road opener, finally get into it. I like to go to the bottom because it's more crushed there in powder form, so I can just sprinkle some of the road opener on the top of it. Just a little bit, just some dust. So you can choose whatever deity. You can work with Archangel Michael. You can work with archangels in general. You can work just with your ancestors alone. You know, you really don't have to. Or just God itself, in itself, you know. Just call on whoever you believe in to assist you with your work, okay? All right. And now I'm just gonna add some coffee to go around it. And you can add sparkles too. Some people don't like sparkles. I think it's kind of like baby magic, but sparkles, and some deities really like sparkles. So I'm adding coffee because coffee really accelerates what's going on. You can add cinnamon. And if you can't find the incense that I listed, cinnamon is great, okay? So you can get cinnamon from the dollar store, the incense, or you can actually get it in Walmart. I think they have Ganesha brand, and that brand carries cinnamon. So I'm just going around, you know, uncross my path and open up ways. So that was counterclockwise and clockwise with my road opener, okay? I have my break evil burning. So, you know, I have my intentions going. They're all set. Here I have holy water. I already use that on my candles. I always usually cleanse my candles with holy water. Sometimes not. This one I did not. I just used Florida water and the Siete Machos. And in my boiling water for my protection, I will add some here, just like that. Just to give you a quick example, okay? So now that is done, okay, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of uncrossing powder. And I almost forgot one key ingredient. So I'm going backwards because we're uncrossing our keys to success. Uncross all of them. All ways, all directions of time. And this powder works like quick, you know. And here I have one of the last good thing that I kept hidden too. One of them is my crossroads dirt, okay? So when you're opening roads, you're usually at a crossroads. That's why you want to open your roads, right? So this is why you would utilize crossroad dirt. So I'm going to reverse it, uncross my direction, my steps. And my steps are now guided and new ways have been opened to me, okay? And then I take a little bit and I add to my candle. And it's dirt that I collect from the four corners of the of the crossroad, right? So you go to an intersection that's busy, you know, bustling, hustling, bustling, you know, depending on what you want. So if you want, you know, more direction, more driven, you want to be more driven, those things, then you will go to a hustling, bustling place, you know. If you want your doors open, but you need calmness in your life, then you'll go to like a more quieter crossroads, okay? There's all different types of crossroads you can adhere to and go and get your dirt. Even from the corner of your house, you know, if you live at where there's, you know, 4-way stop sign, just go to all 4 corners. But when you do so, make sure that you bring water or some kind of offering to each corner to just request Mother Earth's dirt, okay? So you don't have to call in a special deity, because there are deities of the crossroad. But if you don't work with deities, then I would suggest you just ask the divine for the dirt that you're going to use, because it is your birthright to do so, okay? So I put the leaves, I have my sage, I have everything. Oh, my honey. So as we want to sweeten our path as it opens up, because you know I love honey. I use honey a lot, okay? I'm going to dip. This is a honey spoon. It's all natural honey, so I don't even have to dip into it. I buy it like this because it's easy peasy. And then I'm just going to pour it on my locust bean, okay, my pod here. Because God made a way and kept him from famine when there was drought. So this too shall keep us and sustain us on our journey and our life purpose, okay? So here we go. I'm just gonna place it right around the back here where I have my petition, okay? For you, you can place it in the front. I just, you know, you can put it on top of the keys. It really is, you know, actually I have a little bit more honey. I'll just add another one. You can add as many as you like. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't, you know, there's no numerical right or wrong here. It's what you have, you work with. You can purchase these. Eventually I would like to be able to have them on hand to, like, you know, sell to you guys. But right now you can get them in Middle Eastern stores. They sell this, okay? You really won't find this in the supermarket. But if you go to a Middle Eastern market, 95% of the time you shall find this, okay? Or you may have to hit 1 or 2, or call around before you go so you save gas, all right? And I'll put a nice big one right in the front. And what I would do after, with the remnants of my work here, you can actually just let it dry out and harden like the honey itself, and you can add it to your mojo bag. You can just, you know, I would place 2 more because I want to carry it on me, because that's what he had. That was his meal, was locusts and honey, okay? And he was girdled with camel cloth and a belt. You may reference to that. So, and also was Elijah in the Bible too, in the Old Testament. Even in the Torah, they speak about it, and it's also in the Quran too, okay? So for people who have different belief systems and follow different religious aspects and stuff, and if you're hoodoo, you know what to do. Okay, so when you're done, you can utilize the products after. So I wouldn't disperse it because you're using this on cross and open roads. So what you would do is that anytime you have to do any type of road open or uncrossing bath, you can utilize these ingredients. So that way you have a bath on hand, right? And it's already infused from the energy from your candle and all the, you know, the forces that you have working behind it. So as my incense is burning, I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm just gonna add my selenite here because I just feel like keeping it clear, you know. And I'm just gonna light my cigar one more time. Okay, I know it lit like I outed my matchstick in water. It's still the element. Some people blow. Sometimes I blow if I don't have it on hand. But a lot of times I like to out my matches in water. I never use lighters. Always matches, okay? So now this is just to seal the deal, okay? My ancestors know I'm done. My spirit team knows I'm done with the work. Like, I'm getting ready to light it and activate it, but everything is done. My prayer, my petition's been forth. I know they heard me. They know what I need, and they needed me to make the effort to put in my energy, right? Because even though you have a spirit team, they'll work with you, but you have to make the effort, the conscious effort to help yourself, okay? So this is what I'm doing. I'm helping myself, and my team in turn will help me. That's the goal. So I'm now just blessing my work. As tobacco, especially cigar tobacco, is worth a lot of money. Back in my ancestors' days, like, you know, tobacco is very, it's a $1 billion industry, right? So it has a lot of weight to it. All right, so now I'm just gonna light my candle. Where's my water? I know I just seen it. There we go. All right, so I have my oil in there, and I could probably add a few more drops because I didn't add that much road opener oil. But I know, like Lucky Shop and Original Botanica, there's so many of them out there that have, and even your local metaphysical store, you can actually purchase. I try to get right around the candle. Don't do what I do with the fire, please, guys, because I do this all the time. But hey, if you're a pro, do what you gotta do. And you can put uncrossing oil as well, too. If you have that, you can add uncrossing oil. All right, guys, so that sums up my video for my road opener. One of my variations of it. I have many, many different types, but this one is basically a really simple one that you can do, and it's not that expensive to do. It's really, really cheap, and it does the job. It gets it done, right? So thanks, guys, for watching. I hope I was very insightful and helpful. And like I said, whatever I used, I'm going to put in the description box. Obviously, the uncrossing powder I will put, but you can get it from anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I just like to make my own. But hey, when you're buying it, think about this, that everybody that's looked at that product has put energy into it, okay? So it just amps it up a little bit more. And this is a great time to do it because the moon is waning. And right now, you know, this is where a lot of baneful magic happens and stuff. And people, like, you know, want to cross up your path. So this is a great thing to do to, like, counteract what they're doing. You can even add counteracting powder, okay? You can get that at the metaphysical shop as well, in your local Botanica. So I hope I have so much wealth of information I can give you guys, but I don't want to overwhelm. But this is like a really good, solid road opener, okay? So please let me know how it works for you. Like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. And exchange of energy is appreciated. And I love you guys, even if I've never met you. And I wish you guys many blessings for this new year, and that your roads and paths are simple and simplified for you, and that you're able to have the abundance that you want in your life, that you deserve, because it is your birthright. All right? Bye for now.